નમસ્કાર, હું આદર્શ છું. Adarsh Education Society welcomes you all here.
Dear student friends, let's move ahead. But in the hearts of all who lived in that solitary means fully alone, without neighbors, those who were living there in the valley. In the middle of the valley, there was a single hope. All were having only one hope, and that hope is help of the God. આપણે પણ ક્યારેક બધી જગ્યાએથી ફસાઈ ગયા હોઈએ ત્યારે what we think only the help of the Almighty, help of the God. And the same thing, why is it so? બધું જ જતું રહ્યું. Corn crop ruined. How to feed the stomach for entire year? That was the question for all of them. Don't be so upset even though this seems like a total loss. This is one kind of total loss. Nothing is remain now. ફૂટપાથ ઉપર આવી ગયા, બસ પૂરું, total loss. Remember, no one dies of hunger. આપણામાં એક કહેવત છે, જેણે દાંત આપ્યા છે એ ખાવાનું આપશે. If you have total faith towards Almighty, sublime faith towards Almighty, confirm Almighty will give you food at any cost, anyhow, anytime, where you want. This is confirm. Nothing is wrong with that. And so that no one dies with hunger. That is confirm. All through the night, Lenko thought only of his one hope, and that was hope of the help of the Almighty, the help of the God, whose eyes, as he had been instructed, see everything, even what is deep in one's conscience. Conscience in the inner sense for right or wrong deeds. What is right, what is wrong, that you will think from your heart. That is conscience. Lenko was an ox of a man. Salla balad jevo cho. So many times we are used to speak. Not having that much intellect, but having tendency for the hard work. So that Lenko is compared with the ox. Lenko was an ox of a man working like an animal in the fields. No intellect. This is the difference between man and the Majuri. Where intellect works, man. Where intellect is in a corner, Majuri. But still he knew how to write. That is possible. The following Sunday at the daybreak early in the morning, he began to write a letter which he himself would carry to town and place it in the mailbox. It was nothing less than a letter to the God. First time here the title is proved. When Lenko wrote a letter to the God for his sufferings, for his help, here first time, title is proved. What he wrote there? He wrote there, oh God, if you don't help me, my family and I will go hungry this year. We don't have anything else to feed our stomachs. What will we do? We have nothing. We have nothing. Come, help me. I need 100 pesos in order to sow my field once again and to live until the crop comes, because the hailstorm ruined everything. Apni bhasha mein 100 rupiya. So that I can sow. To sow means to implant the seeds in the field once again, and that the crop comes. Till that time, in between these two age ends, I'm in need of 100 pesos, 100 rupees, to feed stomach of my family members. He wrote to the God. I'll discuss it in detail when I'll teach to you later writing. To the God. An address, to address. This is to address. An address is equal to where I'm living. Each and everything I'll write. That is an address. This is to address. To whom I want to say, to whom I want to write. This is to address. To whom I want to speak. On the envelope he wrote it to the God, put the letter inside what he had written, what he had pleaded to the God. Still troubled, went to town. At the post office he placed a stamp on the letter. Put a stamp on the envelope and dropped it into the mailbox, so that it will go directly to the Almighty. One of the employees, who was a postman and also helped at the post office, went to his boss laughing heartily. Came. He showed him the envelope, a letter to the God. Here, second time the title is proved. Second time title is proved. He showed his boss a letter to the God. Never in his career as a postman he had known, he had received such a letter on that address. The postmaster, how he was? He was a fat fellow. He was amiable fellow, amiable, friendly, with the pleasant nature. He would be a friendly fellow. With his amiable nature, amiable fellow, also broke out laughing. Why is it so? But almost immediately he turned serious. This is not the matter of laughing. He turned serious. Why? And tapping the letter on his desk, commented, what a faith. This is the example of sublime faith towards the Almighty. ઈશ્વર પ્રત્યેનો આટલો આપણો વિશ્વાસ હોવો જોઈએ. તમે 10th સ્ટાન્ડર્ડમાં જ છે, જીવન જ લીધા છો, મારું જીવન જ લીધા છો, એક પોઈન્ટ છે, એમાં જ લખ્યું છે, વમળોની વચ્ચે, વમળ ઇઝ ઇક્વલ ટુ ટ્રબલ્સ ઓફ લાઈફ. હું જ નહીં આ માય લાઈફ હાલત પર લીધા છો, થાય શક્ય છે, પણ યાદ રાખજો, શ્રદ્ધા કેરો દીપક મારો કવિ કદી ના ભૂલવા છો, મારું જીવન જ લીધા છો. What is the sublime faith we are having towards the Almighty? It should not be shaken at any time. Any time. Our faith towards Almighty, and Almighty has to be here to help me. That is confirmed. That sublime faith, that he realized, that he recognized, and told this is not the matter of laughing. This is what we have to consider it seriously. Why? What a faith, sublime faith towards the Almighty. I wish I had the faith of the man who wrote this letter, starting a correspondence with the God. Think it. How he had a faith towards the Almighty. Sublime faith he had, sublime but total faith. What I am having faith towards you, it should not be shaken at any time. It should not be dumped down at any time. Any cost, that he will think. That is confirmed. So in order to shake the writer's faith in God, the postman came up with an idea. One idea came in his mind. He stuck up one idea in his mind. Answered the letter, but when he opened it, it was evident that to answer it, he needed something more than goodwill, ink and paper. If I want to write a letter to you, what should I have? I should have a goodwill to write a letter. I should have a good pen, ink, and next to that I should have a paper. It's enough. But here he was not with the enough requirement. More than this three, he was in need to answer this letter, and that was 100 pesos. But he stuck to his resolution with his decision, with his firm idea. He asked for money from his employees, co-workers, colleagues. He himself gave a part of his salary for the charity work. And several friends of his were obliged. He compared them. He asked them to give something for an act of charity, so that his total sublime faith towards God should not be shaken at any time, at any cost. It required more than goodwill, ink and paper. It was impossible for him to gather the 100 pesos, so he was able to send the farmer only a little more than half 50 pesos, little more than half. After 50, what he could collect, he collected it all together and sent it. Able to send the farmer only a little more than half, he put the money in an envelope addressed to Lenko, and with it a letter containing only the single word as a signature, the God. A letter to the God, and this is a letter of the God from the God. Up to this extent, we give here three oral questions are there. Just to write down answer of these questions in your book. If you can't understand, you can ask me at any time. Try to write down what's written here in your book, so that you can revise it whenever you are in need with this. Thank you. Thanks a lot to you all.
Thank you. Thanks a lot for joining us.